Here we go.
Big Bummer! Well, Finn Balor thought his issues with JD McDonough's Dominic Mysterio Company went away a few weeks back. Apparently, we have to show some level of responsibility for it. His ex-community from the Judgment Day gets this somehow infiltrated the clubhouse. Tonight, on Monday Night Raw, Finn Balor will be prepared for that mistake as he goes blindly in his long cover protege, J.D. McDonald.
Again.
Minneapolis, August 1st and 2nd. 3-day combo tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster. We're in Omaha, Nebraska tonight for Monday Night Raw as we await Backlash this coming Saturday. One-on-one match between Finn Balor and the Judgment Day JD McDonough. Dominic Mysterio at ringside in support of JD McDonough. Mentioned before, Balor beat Dominic at WrestleMania in his team in persona. He would knock off JD McDonough after that in a one-on-one match. And the Finn thought it was all over, but the Judgment Day thought differently. But this thing will be all over once the Judgment Day finally exposes Finn Balor for who he is to be in the world. This is a massive opportunity for JD McDonough to take the next step in his career by finally getting out of the shadow of Finn Balor. You call it a shadow. You mentioned that JD McDonough has absolutely zero loyalty when it comes to old friends. Over 2 decades ago, it was JD McDonough who walked into Finn Balor's training school in Gray, Ireland. He said, I want to be a professional wrestler. What did Finn Balor do? Well, Balor said, I'll teach you. For 20 years, he mentored this kid to get to this point in his career. In fact, these two were world tag team champions together on 2 different occasions. And McDonough instead aligns himself with Dirty Dom, who currently holds gold in the world of WWE. Dirty Dominic Mysterio, the reigning, defending AAA Mega Champion. Who else hangs out in the
Come on, Balor.
Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan.
Let's go, Balor.
The next Women's Tag Team Champion, Roxanne.
Let's go,
Why on earth
Balor.
would JD McDonough want to surround himself
Let's
with winners
go,
like he has in the
Balor.
championship? Maybe again.
Let's go,
Loyalty
Balor.
doesn't pay the bills, Rick. Oh, and speaking of loyalty,
Let's
what do you
go,
think
Balor.
of this whole Roxanne Perez situation? I have no reason to doubt Roxanne. Roxanne has proven look at Dominic, check from Balor. JD McDonough takes advantage. That's all people could have expected some sort of entertainment.
You suck. You suck.
Roxanne goes straight into the Judgment Day, so perhaps Roxanne does owe him something. Perhaps, if you apply the same logic, it could be another JD McDonough situation. Maybe there's a side of Finn Balor that you and I aren't privy to. Maybe there's a side of Finn that isn't who he shows himself to the world. Maybe Roxanne is figuring that out, like JD already has. Listen, I'm not saying this is his story. You're going to let it go Judgment Day, right? I mean, no. Let's see what happens. Everything up now. I think that
1, 2, check out.
does find himself in a terrible number situation at the comes to the Judgment Day. Maybe Christopher Ripley felt silence. Some. Mega champion for a long time. Absolutely, and maybe mega champion forever. Covered now by McDonough. Right, dropping back to that and a kick out. McDonough, full speed ahead. He has a sadistic side. We've talked about that before. He has all the confidence in the world. Believes he's a future champion. I do too. Now McDonough right to the back of the knee. Do you believe it? JD McDonough obviously believes that after the rest of the Judgment Day, the last step for JD could be finally getting Balor out of the picture. Think about this, bro. Think back to the days of NXT UK when JD McDonough first burst on the scene. All we've heard is how he's the protege of Finn Balor. Every time JD does something good, Finn gets the credit. That gets old on a long enough timeline. It's time for JD to show the world he can stand on his own 2 feet. The man who runs NXT, the Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. It's called JD McDonough, one of the most
And the general manager, Robert Stone, which...
McDonough sent across the ring. Finn Balor telegraphing that sunset flip. Balor into the best drop kick. And JD takes that to an endorsement to heart. Something like the Heartbreak Kid. JD McDonough doesn't want his career to end up like Mary today. He wants to be Shawn Michaels. And here comes Balor in. Jay gets involved, but he suggested was counting McDonough on the other side of the ring. And now JD followed again. And Dominic Mysterio causing all sorts of problems for
Come on, Dom.
Here comes Roxanne. Roxanne Perez on her way to the ring. Perhaps a moment of truth for Perez. A massive blow in this matchup. I think JD McDonough can control it. McDonough again. Fighting back. Section.
Liv Morgan and Dom. And Raquel Rodriguez are now up here.
Roxanne's out here. Dominic's out here. Finn Balor and all sorts of people. It's a family affair for the Judgment Day, Cole. Everybody out here in support of J.D. McDonough. Wait a minute. Did Liv come out here in support of J.D. McDonough, or did she come out here to keep an eye on Roxanne Perez? You and your aspersion that you refuse to stop Addison. This is a family affair. This is no different than me going to my daughter's softball game. Everybody's here. Your family's actually nice. Here comes Balor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
Across the ring.
Ooh. Yeah.
And now building momentum.
OJ Balor is back, bro. Yeah, come on. To the guys.
Stay hanging out at ringside. And finally, it appears as though Finn Balor has locked in on the task at hand. Balor.
Swing blade by
At the moment.
Balor.
Finn keeps this.
Oh, here it comes the second drop kick.
And now Dominic can get up on the apron. Jesse, get rid of this dude. McDonough from behind.
1, 2, kick out. Shot by Balor.
Spanish fly.
Jesus. 1, 2, kick out.
You can't believe Balor survived that. I'm going to bring you another look, but the way Finn Balor landed extremely high on the back of his neck, the base of his skull.
He might be out. He might be injured. Balor might be injured.
Hurting. You see the welts on his back. Goes out to the apron. McDonough looking to put this one away. How much does Balor have left? Shoulder to the gut. Here are the situations for Balor here with the Judgment Day located at ringside. Balor's got JD in the drop zone.
Here we go.
And again, look on the apron. Look at the official on the other side. Come down to the official. Keep any track of this match. It's purely accidental. Here's your
Got him. Eject. Yes. Yes.
He wanted this doing because Dominic unintentionally hit the top right and the fourth time he got involved in this match.
Yes, sir.
Stop it, Billy. What are you back there with him, too? McDonough now. Up to the top rope, trying to take advantage.
Come on.
He's getting McDonough kick it too.
What? Slam blade again by Balor to McDonough.
Well, Dominic was sent packing. Raquel, Roxanne, and Liv remain at ringside. And you know, win this would be for Balor to persevere through this. I agree with you.
Come on, shotgun drop.
The apron. And that's the hammer. That's the hammer that Dominic Mysterio from the top. Keep it.
Shotgun drop kick.
Roxanne now with hammer in hand. Right to Finn Balor. Roxanne with a hammer to Balor. Headed up by McDonough.
No.
Collapses into the cover. And McDonough with the win. Well, I'll admit, I was wrong. Roxanne Perez showing her loyalty to the Judgment Day tonight. Take a look at this. Liv Morgan passing the hammer to Roxanne Perez. Again, male spin with it, allowing JD to shoot Balor's lights out with a head kick. What a win for JD McDonough. What a night for the Judgment Day. It's all about Balor. Well, for the bottom line for Finn Balor is this. If you think that you have to hope that the situation in the Judgment Day is finally over, and he's going to get seriously hurt. Balor needs to learn to leave well enough alone and move on. The Judgment Day is doing just fine without. A Netflix programming note, before he was Hulk Hogan, he was Dirty Bollea. Uncover the man behind the legend in this unfiltered, four-part documentary series featuring his very last interview. Hulk Hogan, Real American, is out now only on Netflix. Here's a sneak peek.
1 moment. I felt a power I've never felt before. A lightning bolt hit me. And a great promo. On a scale of 1 to 10, Hulk Hogan was a 10. Sure, Mr. Scale spins her out 3 and 4 times. It's not an earthquake. It's just me pressing that big Elijah over my head in the sun, though. Hulk Hogan would talk for 59 seconds exactly. And I was like, God, that's a take. I told the same thing. Son, there's nothing to think about either. You can dance and play the guitar and play the fiddle and kid.
In Omaha, I've got eyes on Seth Rollins. Seth, I'm so sorry to bother you. You are clearly in pain after that spear from Braun Breaker, but I think everyone is wondering what this might mean for Backlash. Are you going to be okay?
Shaky Backlash is in 5 days. I'll be fine. I told the kid last week, if you take your chances, you better be able to finish the job. I ain't dead yet.
Well, Cole, sounds like Seth is down but not out.
Thanks a lot, Jackie. We'll look at Backlash on Saturday. Well, you know, last week, Jacob Fatu pulled out one of the rarest yet fatal moves in professional wrestling, the Tongan Death Grip. And it forced Roman Reigns to accept his challenge for a world title match at Backlash. We'll show you the attack when we return to Raw. Four Eastern, 1 Pacific with our countdown show. The second hour will be on ESPN2. Then it's Backlash, where the first hour will be on ESPN2. The rest of the show, ESPN app with the unlimited plan, and of course Netflix internationally. Then the post show follows Backlash. The main event, of course, Roman Reigns defending against Jacob Fatu, the world heavyweight title. Laredo, Texas.
Last Monday.
There's an old saying, the title don't make the man.
The man makes the titles.
Archie, I was just getting back. Maybe a week. I'm hoping you made the choice to unite our family and not divide it. I know exactly what I want here. I didn't stutter when I told you that I didn't want that title, but I need that title. You ain't grind like me, brother. 12 years and suffering, not knowing what the next meal was gonna be. So when y'all was up here running the bloodline, I was broke, grinding on the front line. But it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And that got me standing here right now in front of them. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Allowing you to compete against me, that's nepotism. I can't do it. It's Tongan Death Grip.
The Tongan Death Grip.
You take it from two and snapped.
It's gonna take everything. Get it. We'll be a graduation. I'm sorry. The showdown happens this Saturday at Backlash.
On track,
We make it
signing
official. Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Champion, has already arrived. We are still awaiting the arrival of his opponent, Jacob Fatu. When the Samoan Werewolf gets here, the dotted line will be signed tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, ringside next to joining us, Corey Graves, Michael Cole. Let's talk a bit about the Tongan death grip. I mentioned it is a very rare move, yet it is fatal within the professional wrestling community. It was made famous by the uncle of Jacob Fatu, one of the baddest men on the face of this earth, Haku.
Haku.
Learn in wrestling. This is something that's passed down through generations. And it's given with a certain expectation. It will only be
The
used
uncle
for
of
certain
Fatu.
it seems as though Jacob Fatu has figured it out. He has mastered the Tongan death grip. The thing that few men walking the earth can say they have been able to do. This is a big problem for him. It causes nerve issues because the attack goes to the atoms out and it forces the breath to be cut off and eventually you will catch that. We'll get into that more later on tonight. But right now it's time for Morgan and Morgan highlight of the night. Highlight of the night is presented by Morgan and Morgan.
What's the highlight of the night? Last Monday. Fire Logan Paul.
You can they would attempt to fight off the threat of division, but the numbers game would prove to be too much. Logan Paul and Austin Theory double teaming Henry until the arrival of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, who made a beeline for the tag team champions. And for the second week in a row, the Street Profits made it very clear. They are coming for the gold, and they want the smoke. You see the Road Rings gonna pick up Mike and Boris all to death. I can't stand listening. It sounds like a duck. Like a duck. Quack, quack. I'm the best wrestler in the world. Quack. Let me sing a song. That's ridiculous. Is Seth Rollins still breathing? Yes, it is. You know who's not going to be breathing? I'm done with them. Joe Hendry. Wise man, I'm going to pin him to a pole. I swear to God, you let me get my hands on this guy. I am going to hospitalize him. Mr. Wise, please. Tonight, you're not fighting Joe Hendry. Breaker almost got himself suspended at the beginning of the show. Brock Lesnar retired on me. If you get your hands on Joe Hendry tonight, they're going to
say his name
for what you do to him. That's why tonight it's Joe Hendry versus Austin Theory.
Okay.
You need him to get hurt. You can't hurt him. You put the pressure on him, Logan. What you got to do? Just watch. Okay, all right, don't worry. Just relax. We're Logan Paul. You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna get it. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Well, let's go. It's like a frat.
Right now.
Warrior number been looking forward to this because the Intercontinental Champion, Penta, going to team up with the young OG, Javon Evans. They take on Ethan Page and Rusev. Team action live next on Netflix. Vintage style action figures. Wave 2 features some of the all-time greats at WWE, including King Kong Bundy, along with Hall of Famer, The Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Look for these figures now at Target in the United States. Back on Monday Night Raw, Penta, the Intercontinental Champion, Javon Evans, teaming up against, well, this man, Rusev, who last week had a match against Penta. Very upset after the loss.
And Ethan Page.
Talk about an imposing duo, all ego and a wonderful Bulgaria. And the question on everyone's mind is, how will these two work together as a team? Well, we got a bit of a hint in this social media post.
Won't fail next week. But if you do, you don't have to worry about Penta. You don't have to worry about the WWE Intercontinental title. Because you're going to have to be worried about Rusev.
I like that because fear is a great motivator, Michael Cole. On one side of the ring, you've got Penta, Cerro Diego, no fear. On the other side, you've got all ego Ethan Page, who subscribes to Mucho Diego, believing that fear is a great motivator and essential for human survival. Ethan Page, a very confident, some would say cocky young man. One of the things I've noticed about Page is the fact that he's much bigger than you imagine. Deceptively large, powerful as well. Yeah, Rusev, speaking of powerful, taking the fight to Javon Evans. Rusev extremely upset last week. He had an opportunity to earn a future title match against Penta before he was defeated by Penta. And Rusev, well, he took that out on Penta after the match with the help of Ethan Page, and then Javon Evans came down to even the odds. I like what we've seen recently out of Rusev. The Lion of Bulgaria returned to WWE in hopes of redeeming the locker room, of saving superstars from making the same errors he did. And I think it took a few weeks, but now I realized
You mean
maybe I
mistake
need to
not
recalibrate a little bit. Maybe I need to focus on myself.
Corey
And that's what
Graves?
Rusev has been doing. And remember, Rusev blames Evans for his
Oh, Javon, get him down. Nope.
ladder match, the Intercontinental title.
Rusev said
OG
no.
cutter from Rusev
No.
coming off the ladder.
Rusev said
Rusev has
no.
a pretty legitimate right as far as
No.
that. Oh, true. What a spectacular. That will live in the annals of WrestleMania. No doubt about it. Tag mates, all ego. Sorry, I know you love this guy. He loves that you talk about him. I spoke to him earlier today, and he said, you know what the best thing about being on Monday Night Raw is the fact that Corey Graves handles all my propaganda for me. Ethan Page is a bright young man, Cole. One of those complete on the Monday Night roster. Former NXT champion to the North American champion, longest reigning North American champion.
Oh, damn.
Why he earned the moniker of the greatest North American. That includes all three countries. Evans now.
Evans getting bound.
Right up the bin. And let's take us to Penta. And like that. You know, you talked about it. Ethan Page was actually recognized by the government of Canada for outstanding global impact in sports and entertainment. That made by Penta from the outset. I'm going to think that, you're actually discussing making Hamilton, Ontario, the new capital of Canada. It's very strong. Exactly. And Penta now. Penta! Good chance that by SummerSlam, Ethan Page may be Prime Minister. Another date, Katy Perry. And look at this now. Javon Evans sends Rusev out of the ring. That hero. Now Evans up over this. Turns Rusev out. And all ego. Grabbing Penta from behind and perhaps looking for Twisted Grin. His finishing move, but Penta able to counter. And now Penta.
Jay Penta driver. 1, 2.
And
Kick out.
Page kicked out at 2. On instinct delay. Ethan Page.
WWE, what happens at WrestleMania should stay there.
Sweet, sweet evidence.
It follows you in Tampa. It's value.
All scores are settled. It's personal. It's backlash. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. We are live in Omaha on Netflix and Tournament damage. Adam Pearce has had a busy night already. Adam Pearce is in the ring.
You know, when I was a coach at NXT, my absolute favorite days were the ones when a surefire, can't miss, blue chip future superstar saw their dreams come true when they got the opportunity to sign one of these to join Raw or SmackDown. Guys, today is one of those days. Let's take a look.
Yeah.
So, guys, here.
Where's the...
Champion. Soul broken. To be a megastar. One of those acrobatic superstars, the women's division has ever seen. Double champion in NXT. Number 10, Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican, right? Steve, this, that, there. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the newest member of Monday Night Raw, Soul Ruka.
Yes. Yes. Down. Wow, let's go. Yes.
Let talking about it. Barely after the collision of Saturday night's main event. Here's a young woman who has only been wrestling for 4 years. She was part of the NIL program when she left the University of Oregon as a gymnast to come train here at NXT. And she is now part of Monday Night Raw. Don't look at it.
Yes, sir.
Altitude good period of time. This woman is going to be a major player for years to come.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, by our general manager. So, congratulations.
Ruta.
Sam, it is going to feel so damn good when I sign this and officially be a part of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, shit. Of course, Becky wins. Of course.
It's still Luca's contract there. Of course, give the spotlight. Spotlight stealing Becky. I think Becky might be out here to add an even more spotlight for Sam Luca. Not fair of you to assume Becky got it for nefarious purposes. Although that may be like Luke.
Patty Pierce, I've been looking for you all day. I was told that this was my allotted time for my celebration of greatness.
Who told you that?
It doesn't matter, but they're a very credible, very reliable source. Okay, but after my monumental WrestleMania, you came out and illegally sanctioned a match against Io Giannetti. Okay, which explicitly went against the parameters of my very generous open challenge. But still, even with your meddling, I secured a victory. A very uncontroversial victory because I'm the greatest female wrestler of all time, and it's not just me saying it. Other people are saying it, okay? Everybody's saying it.
How are you done?
No, actually, I'm not done. The New York Times says it. In fact, I'm a New York Times best-selling author.
Well, Becky, not everything is about you.
Yeah, I know.
You're very new. This is your first day, but the sooner you learn this, the better. Actually, everything is about me.
Well,
and
not this. All right? Everyone knows who you are. I know who you are. I know what you've done, and I know everything that you've accomplished. But the thing is, I didn't expect to find out when I met you that you are exactly what everyone says that you are.
The man, historical, the greatest ever, legendary.
No. Groundbreaker,
Bitch.
rude, big-headed, bitch.
Yeah.
You're terrible at your job, but are you gonna let her talk to me like this? Are you gonna let her talk to me like this?
Yes. 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 You suck. You suck. Ruka. 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 Ruka.
I'm Sol Ruka. And if you ever interrupt me again, not only will I kick your ass, I'll snatch your soul.
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Oh. Becky Lynch. Becky, turn around. You just got hit by. You just punched Adam Pierce. No. No, it's not true.
Well, I might shut Becky up for a while. And I agree with everything Sol Ruka, the New York Times, the Bleacher Report, and Sports Illustrated, and they all said about Becky Lynch. None of those outlets said what Sol said they said, okay? That would be the journalistic nightmare. We're talking about lack of integrity.
Did you see Becky Lynch just freaking punch Adam Pierce in the goddamn face? Oh my god. Oh, that's it. Adam Pierce in the face.
It's not just me saying it, there's a lot of people. Omaha. Are you done?
Was that for me?
Sol Ruka is officially part
No.
of Monday Night Raw.
Stop,
Becky Lynch,
Alexa.
by the way, she
Stop.
won the night to go. Well, we talked about this throughout the night. Jacob Fatu has started a family
Thank you.
civil war with Roman Reigns and company. Case in point, Friday night on SmackDown.
There's plenty of Jacob to go around for all of us.
Hold on. We're not asking you. We're telling you, Moose.
Hold on, you get the signal, and Paula Conga would single-handedly destroy Gold Usos. But later that night, the
Jacob Fatu.
against Paula Conga, courtesy of the Samoan warrior, Jacob Fatu, who would then beat Solo to the strike, landing the tongue against it before the Samoan spike took it out. And just when it seemed as though Jacob Fatu moved to pick one out, he himself would drive Talatonga through the announce table. But things are certainly anything but copacetic between the Usos.
Those are here on Monday Night Raw. Let's go.
Jimmy, Jay, fancy seeing you guys here. What's up? I was hoping I could ask how you're
Emma.
feeling ahead of tonight's big contract signing between Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu.
Oh, it's a big night, Jackie-O. Big night.
Jackie-O.
Between the OTC and the Small Werewolf. And we wouldn't miss this for nothing. Listen, we got a lot of love for Jacob. But Jacob needs to understand how the OTC does business. Especially when the championship goes on the line. You feel me?
I certainly can understand that, but aren't you at all conflicted considering your relationship with both individuals?
Nah, Jackie-O. This right here is family business. Plain and simple. OTC know how to handle himself, right? Me and Jim here just in case, nothing pop off between Roman and Jacob. Right. But Jacob, we already told you, Oos. You swimming in deep water now. You done bit off more than you can chew. Swinging for the fences, Oos. We respect that, though. But I'm telling you, Oos, the bloodline has been drawn.
Yeah.
In that backlash, you gonna find out who you messing with, Jacob.
Yeah.
Good luck, little cousin.
Yeah. Yeah.
On both the OTC, the world champion, Roman Reigns, and his cousin, Jacob Fatu, will be in the ring later on tonight to make it official. The contract signing for the title match at Backlash later on tonight. Same thing.
Joe Hendry.
No. Joe Hendry. James Anthony on Twitter.
I believe in Joe Hendry. The Southern London, Paris, Tokyo, Canada, Mexico. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Of pure motivation. Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry motivates me to find the mute button. Okay? This doesn't have a lick of musical talent. He was out here insulting the midgets, the guys who are steering the ship for the place, believing that you guys don't get paychecks for, the future of the business, and Henry's out here singing his little ditties that he writes in his free time. That little ditty, look at that damn song in my head for a week. I was singing it in the shower this morning.
Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. It's a prestigious one.
This man, the guy, Joe Hendry, with a nice suplex. Good job. Good job. I like that. There we go. At least two and four. Yeah. At least Hendry can carry his hand. Take down duty microphone. Maybe sure nothing happens to this political championship. The tag team title. Logan, relax. Not the end of the world. There we go. Let him go.
Boo! You suck.
Great cover with a suplex of his own. Well, Henry, I'm trying to rally him on once again.
Aye.
On theory.
Let's go.
He's got big close, and then he calls the Commonwealth Clothesline, and he connected with Theory. And now the young man from Edinburgh, Scotland, catches Theory. Coming up the ropes. With a big full-on slam. Theory like a sack of. Never mind. Look at the athleticism of Joe Hendry. I don't know what you're thinking about this guy, but he just seems to like it.
Yeah.
Stealing with a song to everything like a child. This is what Paul Heyman was afraid of. Logan Paul losing it out here. Yeah, it's somebody can punch you an extra 100.
Mhm.
Now, Theory from behind, and the numbers game now catching up on Joe. The tag team champions go to work.
Someone try to come out and save them. Who's it gonna be?
The tag team champions just stomping the fire out of Joe Henry.
The Straight Profit.
With the second man drive, these two men have now the second division of the tag team title. Angelo Dawkins, James Ford, the Street Profits are here. Down goes Logan Paul. Look out. In theory, gonna go down as well. Logan with the silencer and the Street Profits. I think Montez Ford is going up. So Theory, oh no!
Bron Breaker is out here. Bron Breaker is back out there.
Ron Breaker has been unleashed.
Sad! It's sad!
Let's set in here to Denton. Ron Breaker hasn't finished the success after the snap to kick off the show tonight. These two mates simply a backlash. Rollins, who said Breaker should have taken off the cover.
Stop it. Whoa. Stop. Breaker. Stomp him. Stomp his ass.
Breaker's in position. Seth Rollins set it up for the Breaker. Look at a stop Breaker. All the way.
LA.
It's
Montez Ford. Spear.
Breaker. Breaker sucking himself on Seth freaking Rollins. Breaker has big problems on hand. But I think Seth Rollins has an even bigger issue with Braun Breaker. It's matchup will be started backlash. The first hour, starting at 6 Eastern. Rollins and Breaker. Home of the live backlash on ESPN 2 this coming Saturday.
I'm backstage with the Judgment Day. Liv, you guys clearly sent a message to Finn Balor tonight, but I am curious what the focus of the Judgment Day is moving forward. Like, what's next?
You saw what we did at Finn Balor tonight. You saw what we did at Stephanie McCurr last week. The focus of the Judgment Day is getting all the gold and crushing anyone that gets in our way. And this season is all about Raquel and Roxanne. Sister, tell her. Brie Bella and Paige. Your little nostalgia tour was cute for one night. But it's time to get serious. Por eso te quiero invitar. I want you both to come to our show because Roxanne and I have. But you look at here. Can anyone in the
Bailey and Lara.
It's not right for you guys working with each other on the outside or a little pan. You know, I've known you guys for so long, and I'm just finally getting it now. Yeah, do you think we're just gonna forget about what you did to us last week? Yeah. Well, if you're really this big happy family, then you shouldn't be afraid to take this down again. It's really happy family. Nothing that you guys have. Families help each other big. You guys should try that, losers. Okay. Okay. Bye. Bye.
It's Obafemi's open challenge. It's next.
Next on Raw.
Oh, bud.
By Morgan and Morgan, America's largest injury law. Injured, you can check out to thepeople.com or dial pound. Law. Whoever steps up to defending tonight, call Morgan and Morgan.
We already have 20 superstars at our
Oh, bud. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. Oh, bud. Oh, here we go. Wait. No. No. Here. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Ooh. 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 I hit my hand really hard.
The man who retired Brock Lesnar. The pivot is here.
Uh, oh, fuck. Oh,
The time has come. The Obafemi Open Challenge will now begin.
yes.
Green. Are you going to be Pizarro? Or for Exodus? Yeah. If you're willing to accept an open challenge and try to make a name for yourself and somebody's expensive, because I want to influence suicide. Okay, well, let's see what Cesaro's getting here. And when he does, he's got both hands in the water. This guy's out of his mind.
Yeah. He's gonna get squashed by
Make a
Obafemi
name for
less
yourself.
than a second. In less than a second, right?
Sure how wise this is.
Uh-huh.
Otis steps into the ring. And this is interesting, Tori. A few years back, these two, they collided at NXT, but these are far different from that. And you talk about the importance of momentum.
Here we go. Obafemi versus Otis. Here we go.
The man who slayed the beast at WrestleMania. Yeah, but can you imagine what he would do for Otis if he could knock off the runner tonight? It would change Otis's career. It would change his life. Fenny still on his feet as Otis and Fenny go nose to nose. And Fenny once right into Otis.
Yes.
It's off from home. And Fenny will run to Otis. Otis with momentum now.
Oh, Jesus.
Fenny. Dropping Otis. And now Fenny. 330.
Yeah.
He just picked up a 330-pound man and threw him across the ring. The ruler is not human.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna try it. They got a plan of some sort.
No.
So
No.
now, the second rope, I'm sure this is comfortable up there. Yeah.
No. No.
Fenny.
Can he do it?
Fenny,
Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, boss.
Almost Fenny is becoming
Oh, boss.
in this business. Thanks to
Oh, boss. Oh, boss. Oh,
Just merely thrown through the center of the earth. A colossal fall from grace. Although Fenny continues to impress. Get home to the ruler at your own risk.
Fine. No, it's fine. I don't need to get on. I don't need you all. Dennis. Hey, thanks for giving me that second spear out there.
Well, Seth, thanks to your past antics with division, nobody trusts you.
Oh, nobody trusts me. No, you don't trust me. You don't trust me. I don't even know you. You probably don't trust me. Guess what? I don't even trust myself. Who cares, man? We're in the same fight. You're fighting the vision. I'm fighting the vision. Sometimes those fights come together. Here's the deal. You stay out of my way. I'll stay out of your way. Gotcha.
He's got one of the twins. This man, you see, made his cousin, Jacob Fatu, trains the general manager Adam Harris, apparently going over the contract. But Roman will sign later tonight for a title defense Saturday at Backlash against that man. Here's the scenario of Jacob Fatu. In the ring of range later tonight.
Big nights of WWE SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, I'm going. Get your tickets. We don't need to get our tickets. Me and my dad, we got pre-sale tickets to SummerSlam, bruh. Told you guys this. Told you guys that. Told you guys that shit.
Earlier today, general manager Adam Pearce would sit Io and Oscar down. They were going to face it.
Told you guys.
Io, Oscar, you've both requested this time before we get to Backlash. Ladies, the floor is yours.
いや、アスカさん。私はこの争いをずっと避けてきた。
I have a virus. It's virus. You know this. You know
私の先輩です。
my senpai, my mentor.
I looked up to you. I loved you. あなたが私に過去どんな
Just
仕打ちをして
despite
こようと
everything you have done for me,
私
I
は
still
今
have the
あな
ultimate
たを心からリ
respect
ス
for
ペクトしてい
you.
ます。私はこの
I
戦い
never
を
wanted
望
to
んで
have
な
a
かった。
fight and never wanted
そし
it
て
to
こん
come
な
to
風に
this. I'm reading the English captions for
You
you
have
guys.
changed. 変わってへん。
Nothing, it has
No, it
changed.
has. 私が憧れてたアス
The
カはもう
Asuka I
いない。
looked up to is
Now,
no longer here.
I have to fight you. Once again, you continue your disrespect. わしの知ってる教
The
えたよ
eel I
もうこ
taught
こには
is
おらへ
no
んっていうこと
longer
や
in
な。
front of me.
The person sitting here, who are you? お前誰やねん。
I don't know anyone that's
どこにおんねん。
disrespectful. Who are you? Who are
お
you?
前は一体誰やねん。This field is my biggest disappointment. わかるか
Do you even know how I feel?
I'm done with Hero Sky. At Backlash, I'm gonna cut you out of my life. For good. わかった。I am ready for Asuka.
The relationship between Asuka and Io has passed the point of no return. This Saturday,
Asuka just blew
at Backlash,
the Lou
one-on-one war shall be settled as Io Sky battles for Super Sentai, the Empress of Tomorrow. And this is a situation, Corey, that has been building for years and years and years. It finally comes to an end. Io had better be ready for war because Asuka, you know, like she's ready to go. So listen, I need to know about this ridiculous stuff that's going on down in Triple. The Creed brothers are now involved in this whole thing with the OG Americano, and there's a lot of nuance involved. It's a very delicate situation. So tell us what happened this past week. Well, you're referring to what went down this past Saturday night, as the contract was signed for the mask versus mask match on May 30th between the Americanos. This is after the contingency was put in place that there was to be no physical contact in Mexico. Not to mention the original El Grande had backstage interviewer Andrea Bazarte fired from AAA before he would sign the contract. Then the Creeds would arrive and put the real El Grande Americano through the contract tape.
I'm here with the original El Grande Americano, and they would be
Los Hermanos Americanos.
right. Well, after surprising El Grande Americano this past weekend at the AAA mask versus mask contract signing, how are you guys feeling going into this trios match tonight?
Well, thankfully, the no contact rule only applies in Mexico. That means here in Middle America, all bets are off. Now, the boys saw how they treat me down there in AAA, all right? Triple teaming me week after week. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's Chad
They would
Gable.
help me out. Probably because they take inspiration
That's
from a
Brutus Creed, Julius Creed.
Chad Gable. Who's still sidelined with an injury, by the way. But on May 30th, we find out once and for all that there's only one El Grande Americano, and you're looking at him. The original El Grande Americano. Gracias!
I cleared everything up. You just needed to give it a minute. The reason this is so silly is we know that Bruto and Julio, or Brutus and Julius Creed. We saw that happen on Saturday, and all of a sudden they walk out here, they put masks on, and they're
Julio and Bruno are simply trying to follow in the footsteps of the real El Grande Americano. Donning the mask, learning about Mexican culture, and hoping that superstar will follow.
The following is a trios match. Introducing first, the team of Julio and Bruno Primo, Los Hermanos Hermanos, and original Enrique Chano.
Okay, Prado. Bruno and Julio Prado. Trios action. Next. So at the NBA's Timberwolves playoff game, a reminder, combo tickets on sale now for SummerSlam. Main man Derek Jeter. Let's go to straight. This is a trio match. That means transfers. It is the original El Grande Americano and the Big Brothers against El Grande Americano and First Americano. That would be Wild Bravo. Right? I'm really enjoying what you trying to solve the mystery that I'm unfolding before our very eyes. Let's talk about what you see at the bottom of your screen. Saturday night, May 30th, Monterrey, Mexico. Mask versus mask. Here we go. There's a little time getting underway. And I call them 6 imposters. Pretending to be luchadors. Going at it here tonight. One of those imposters will be unmasked in a couple of weeks. There can only be one El Grande Americano. Look at this. Bravo sent unceremoniously to the outside. The OG Americano sending the real to the outside. There's chaos mid-ring being inflicted by the original El Grande Americano. Los Americanos Hermanos. Julio and Bruno. Julio Reyes. And that is officially underway. And this is Bruno Prado, Bruno is a man of culture. And now mocking, that's probably his brother. Okay, got it. And here comes Julio Prado. He's similar with whoa! NXT 10 champs for Green Brothers. Then Julio is trying there. Hey, you keep trying. It's fun. I need some help. Maybe I'll just about this. If anything, John makes my life a little more difficult. And here we go now. Let's deliver up into the ropes and hurting the ankle of Wild there. It's really affect the abilities of Wild Americano, which remember Savage the background of Julio. And the tag made now. OG is the legal man. Triple team for Ash coming. They look like a movie spot. He's set up. So this by the OG. Here's the cup. Up in the leg. He is the original one. He's the one who went to Mexico to learn how to be a luchador and all the secrets and all that. Allegedly. But there have been some doubts cast regarding the identity of the original Grande Americano. Authenticity. The real El Grande Americano has embraced Mexican culture. And the Mexican people have embraced him right back. And again, you can see the hatred between these two, the OG and El Grande Americano. Yeah, they'll meet the mask versus mask. The other one. The high stakes in the world of Lucha Libre. One man was suffering the ultimate humiliation. And here comes El Grande Americano. It's the UG Americano into the announce desk. Arriba. Grande culture.
Boo. If we get Reigns versus Rollins at SummerSlam, I'm gonna witness it live. Okay?
The original North Americana. And this is Trial was doing trouble. You know, have a lot of fun with this match, but this has been a hell of a tag team match between these 6 men. Absolutely, man. There's some separation, and how can he get to the OG? For all this, I truly believe that man there on the left-hand side of the screen is the original one, is the El Grande Americano. Like this means one original and one real. There's doing combat in the center of the ring right now. And these two just, they hate each other, don't they? That's the movie. They detest one another. Oh, look at this. Great throw. And the OG. Both Americanos signed the contract this past Saturday night. There is no physical contact allowed in Mexico. But here in the United States, perfectly acceptable. As we approach May 30th, no take de los Grandes. Now, slam.
And the foundation.
The original one day Americano is taking control.
Is something
The attack made legal man is Look at the power of the original. Los Americanos coming to the aid of the Real.
exactly how that
Oh, no.
It's not a shield function. And for the last 5 years that we've played this game, if you
Now Wild wiped out. The original now making the climb to the top turnbuckle. Here comes El Grande Americano. The closest interference to Rayo. Look real familiar. Julio taken to the skies. Look at this power. This Julius
James.
Here comes El Grande Americano. Diving headbutt. I think he's got that mask loaded. Oh,
Yeah, he's probably got the mask loaded with the middle plate.
To the outside. Mid-range. Bravo Americano.
Ooh,
Big
damn.
splash for the win. Hammer. Back of the leg. Kick out by OJ.
Kick out 2. So,
The body language of Bravo Americano, who was certain victory was at hand. But the original El Grande Americano refusing to relent just yet. Been a hell of a Rios matchup here tonight on Monday Night Raw. In all seriousness, the rivalry between both Grande Americanos in Mexico has reached nuclear levels of disdain. Oh my goodness. It's one of the most intense rivalries in recent history in all of Lucha Libre. No doubt about that. And look at the Jackson. The original Grande Americano now making the climb again. Bravo down in the center of the ring. And El Grande now running interference. Ripped up the apron by Los Americanos Hermanos. Fredo brothers. Even for the splash. Stop that. Hey, great game, you. Here's the original and Los Americanos Hermanos were all friends of Grand Naniwa. It's truly international, but we'll be very global. What did they do for Julio and Cuca? Yep. Well, Backlash is presented by Morgan and Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured, go to forthepeople.com. Thanks for joining us here tonight on Monday Night Raw. We'll join you again, of course, on Saturday. I want to go through the programming just a little bit here. We start with the countdown to 4 Eastern, 1 o'clock on the West Coast. The second hour will be part of ESPN2's coverage. Then we kick off Backlash 6 Eastern, 3 o'clock on the West Coast. The first hour of Backlash, of course, ESPN2, followed by coverage on the ESPN app with the unlimited plan in the States. And of course, internationally, it is on Netflix. And breaking news, earlier today, this tweet sent out by none other than the greatest of all time, John Cena, who promises history-making news as he will be live in Tampa on Saturday for WWE Backlash. It is the return of John Cena. What does he have to say? What's going to make history? Find out Saturday at Backlash. How about this? After being victimized by Braun Breaker twice tonight, Seth freaking Rollins will step into the ring against the man who usurped his throne within the Vision. Rollins and Braun Breaker finally one-on-one. That match will be live on ESPN2, part of the coverage on ESPN2 starting this Saturday. Also, the United States Championship will be on the line. The champion, Rick Williams, Of course, Lil Yachty will be up there as well, taking on the former champion Sami Zayn come Saturday. And tag team action is on tap as The Miz joins forces with Kit Wilson to battle Danhausen in a mystery partner. Who in their right mind would team up with Danhausen? Mike. And also we saw
It's probably gonna be John Cena.
years in the making.
Probably gonna be John Cena. Probably gonna be John Cena. Probably. 100% probably. We'll see. I don't know.
OTC. Roman Reigns defends his gold for the first time since winning it at WrestleMania against the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Oh, hi. Head of the table team is back.
Roman Reigns is here. Jacob Fatu joins them in moments. We'll take a contract. Backlash. You get closer to this. Closer to the action. Closer to the moments. Closer to WWE. That's exactly what we need. I love WWE. It's your way in. Early access to tickets. Exclusive drops you can't get anywhere else. Moments showing up and engaging. A global community and an exclusive hub. And bonus content spans the WWE universe even further. This is everything WWE brought closer to you in one ultimate membership. Only listen up. Because you can't do this to me. I thought I was home free. Tonight, the WWE Raw is brought to you by DoorDash. Subsequent door. Maybe Jello is going to move on. None of this. The door is open for the World Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns is here to sign his contract to face his cousin Jacob Fatu Saturday at Backlash with the prestigious world title on the line. And his opponent for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash, Jacob Fatu.
Oh. Wait, hold on a second.
for the couple of weeks, this man, Jacob Patu, has had the element of surprise. He surprised Roman Reigns to the challenge a couple of weeks ago that he wanted to give a heavyweight championship. He surprised Roman Reigns to the attack last week as a token different. The problem for Patu now is he has no more surprises. He is looking in the eyes of a focused Roman Reigns who is very wary of what this man is capable of. You saw how Roman Reigns arrived to the arena tonight to kick off Monday Night Raw. The tribal chief is irate. Trust me, Jacob Fatu knows exactly what he's doing. The Simone Wayland is playing mind games with the OPC. When's the last time you saw Roman Reigns use his pool like he did earlier tonight? Right, Jacob Fatu's playing with house money, right? He has nothing to lose.
When Raw's over.
Gentlemen, you know how this works. 2 signatures make the match official.
You know how this works. Omaha, Nebraska. Acknowledge me.
OTC, OTC, OTC. After this segment,
Jacob, that's not just love. That's the sound of respect. You don't think I know where you come from, little cousin? You don't think I was watching from afar? That respect wasn't earned from just hanging out here. No, you was grinding for what, 12 years? Well, I've been here for over 12 years. I was the one in this company that had my foot holding the door open for Solo. Solo was the one that brought you in, huh? Well, guess what? I brought Solo in, therefore I brought you in. And I will be damned if there is not respect to be had in this business for me.
OTC, 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 OTC,
Sit that respect. There's got to be a code. There's got to be some kind of honor system amongst our family. We can't just run around here and bogart everybody and run roughshod. No, there's got to be a system of conduct that we can hang our hat on. You understand? The Tongan death grip. You disrespect me with something that you save for desperate measures? Wait, I mean, what do you think this is? We're in the bar at 3 a.m. and you're surrounded 8 to 1. That's when you pull out the Tongan breath glue. That's when you snap somebody's throat. You don't do that to family. You don't do that to your own. You don't do that to your tribal chief. Hey, hold on, bro. Tribal chief? Hey, that's what you got it up with. You don't understand. Yes, I am desperate. Yes, it feels like it's just me against the wall. Yes, my back is against the wall. So I have no other choice but to take you out. Take this title and everything that comes with it. And to keep it 100, Then I'm gonna put a chokehold on this game, and I'm gonna squeeze out every dollar and every cent just the way his company been doing our family things. So when I'm talking about all gas, no brakes with it, it doesn't mean slowing down. It means moving forward and never going back to where I came from. So yes, Roman, I am desperate. I'm desperate enough to do anything for my household, even if I gotta run through my own blood. This is what I'm talking about here. Household. Let's just get this out the way.
Yes. Yes, bro.
You're over here talking about your household. I just told you I've been up here over a decade grinding for multiple households. You're worried about 7 kids. I'm worried about 170 kids that fulfill our family.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
worried about higher education. I'm worried about generation after generation of higher education. Because I'm the one that can do that. I got the proof of concept. I got the respect. This company, they want to do business with me. Well, I already told you. I told Brock a long time ago. This is all mine. This is my ring. And yes, in our family, we're equals. We're of the same blood. But in this ring, Jacob, you're beneath me. You're gonna target death grip. We're gonna try to kill my doors. Jacob wasn't able to have it 16 perfectly.
Oh, Jesus.
This is done for Fatu. Jacob Fatu now. And this is going to be a war on Saturday. He's still over there.
Seven, 8, 9, 10.
Standing over. I think he's going to do this time. Raise again. Create separation.
Seven.
Intercepted by Fatu. Jacob has done a good job here. 2 is desperate. Jacob Fatu is hungry. He needs this for himself. He needs this for his family. Jacob Fatu is a dangerous obstacle for his cousin remains on Saturday at Backlash.